tell me all about your company, how it started, and everything else.
Okay. So, as everyone, well, I'd like to think everyone is trying to be more ecological and a bit more aware of what they're buying and how what they're buying affects the world that we live in. So I thought, well, I read somewhere, probably on Facebook, that the clothing industry causes vast quantities of problems. They're one of the worst offenders for pollution and waste.
Because they used to be focused mainly on like sweatshops, wasn't it, before?
Yes. Yeah, so that's sort of been...
That's been out there for a while.
Addressed. Well, it's not been addressed because it still happens. But yes, that has been the main focus. But, you know, if you think about all the inks and the energy that they use and the fact that...
I never even thought about things like the inks and the energy and... You just get clothes and
that's that, yeah.
And you go to Primark, like I did earlier on, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
And so you're like, well, I kitted out Kenzie for camp.
Yeah.
For 50 quid. And it was cheap, and it was like, oh, it's going to get trashed. So everyone just kind of goes to these big places without really thinking about.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we've got to where we are, because us being able to afford things is kind of our main go-to thing.
Yeah.
That's probably why there's such a problem with, you know, weight and stuff in this country, because it is cheaper to buy a bag of crisps than it is to buy fruit and veg.
Yeah.
So you go for what you can afford, and you go, I can't afford it. And if you look into it, you can afford it, but it's not as easy as popping to Primark, buying everything you need.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I need some new t-shirts, because I wear my t-shirts to death. Mainly because I don't like going shopping. And so I was looking online for a company that was ethical, blah, blah, blah. And I came across Rapa Nui, who I believe was set up by some Welsh students.
It doesn't sound Welsh. I thought you were going to say Japanese.
No.
Okay.
It's a British company. And so they worked really hard to make their company ethical and low impact, low waste, everything. So they really looked into it and did all the research and did all the hard work, basically. And so they've been going for a while, and then they've gone, okay, so we went through all this struggle and trouble to get this started up. We've now got it all set up, we've got the infrastructure. Why don't we set up a website and let other people use our infrastructure that we've got to start their own business and produce their own t-shirts. So they then invented T-Mill, which is basically a website that you go onto, you set up your own website, you upload your pictures, your designs, blah, 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 and
voila, you have a ready-made shop.
You have a ready-made shop. And they deal with...
Because it's all very professional.
Yeah. Well, this was done by my business partner, Ben.
He sort of takes posts. But does he do these...
So these...
Because
we'll let you into a little trade secret. These are what we call mock-ups.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go to websites that have these pictures on them.
Okay.
And you choose them, and you'll upload an image and a colour. And voila, it
suddenly appears on them. Because I was thinking there had to be, you couldn't just get all these models to come and do it, because that cost a fortune.
Yes.
And I've seen on some of the ones you have, like where the t-shirts are curved.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very clever, but it's also very useful, because we set it up quite quickly in a hurry, so we couldn't just go, oh, we'll go out and take some pictures. And of course, then you need the t-shirts. So you need the t-shirts before you can take the pictures to sell the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Which is all a bit backwards. So
that's a neat idea.
Yeah. So we set up the website. That's what they've done. They put it out here, and there's lots of different T-Mill websites, and they deal with all the returns, all the selling, and all of that side of things. And because one of the things that they do to make them ecological is print to order. So it's not like you've got all this stock that you need to get rid of. So there's no wastage of stock. An order comes in, They go, excellent. They find the t-shirt colour, they print it, they send it off. So all of that's difficult.
Yeah, because if you go to any other company, they say, well, we have a minimum of this many.
Exactly.
And it's going to cost you this much. And then you've stuck one holding stock.
Yep.
What if you never sell it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they send it to you
and all
you've
these
got
different
store it.
sizes.
Yep. Exactly. So it's just...
What a good idea.
a nightmare. So then there's all that waste.
No waste.
Exactly.
It is what you order.
Yeah.
Made
to order. So yeah, when you order it, they print it within the next sort of couple of hours. Unless you're doing it at night. I don't think you work 24 hours. No. Yeah, so I thought, okay, well that's a good idea. Because I like drawing and doing lino printing and things like this. And then, you know, when you're crafty, you do these things and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then you're like, okay, I'll sit in a drawer and I'll see that again. Because what am I going to do with it?
Can't put it on every wall.
No, exactly. So I was like, okay, well I've got these designs. And Ben, who is my brother-in-law, he already designs t-shirts and puts them on Amazon to sell.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, Ben, check out this website that I found. This looks really interesting. Blah, blah, blah. So we got together, and with his, you know, knowledge of t-shirts and IT and all the stuff I don't know anything about, and my creative input, we kind of went, yeah, we could probably do this, you know. And we're quite ethical people, and we like to do a bit for nature and saving nature and making awareness of the problems that the world is in. So we thought that would be a good, and most of the things I draw are animals.
Nature-based, aren't they?
Nature-based. So we thought, yeah, we'll go with that.
So the end of life of your t-shirt, when this t-shirt is all worn out and no good, what can
All
we do
worn
with it?
out and no good. You can send it back to T-Mail, and you can get up to £5 credit for a new t-shirt.
So then, even if the t-shirts are slightly more expensive than you would say, but I mean they are more expensive than Primark, but I mean the quality is going to be better.
Yes, they're going to last a lot longer.
So you can't compare to Primark, but if you were to compare two of similar quality company,
they're about the same price. For if you're buying a branded t-shirt from Vans or somebody like that.
Yeah.
They're
so how much is
they're 20.
So it's 20, so it's £20.
Yeah.
And you could get it for 15 if you chop in a t-shirt or a few t-shirts that no longer are serving you.
And then they make them into new t-shirts. So all their t-shirts that you send back then get graunched up, and they recover materials. That's what I'm looking for. Recover materials, and then they use them to make new t-shirts. So they're 50% recovered material, 50% new material.
To keep the strength, I suppose. The quality.
Yeah. And they're called circular t-shirts.
Oh, I did wonder what circular was, because I was thinking maybe it's a circular neck, and I was thinking, well, this has got a circular neck. I don't get it.
No, they are circular t-shirts. So the circular t-shirts are made with 50% recycled t-shirts.
Oh,
material.
And it's all organic, was the other thing you said?
Yes. So all the cotton is organic.
Fair trade?
It is. Yes. So the cotton is grown in the north of India, and they're in very modern, clean, light, bright, well-run factories, and the farmers are paid a fair price because it's guaranteed by the local government. But that's they're guaranteed a minimum price. If the quality of the cotton is better, then obviously more companies will fight over paying for it. So the price will go up. And it's all organic, and so they use. See, it's organic in the sense that there's no chemicals. There's still clean pests because you have fly paper and stuff like that. Yeah. But
it's not a chemical.
It's not a chemical thing, I
mean, whatever. Even if you used bugs to come and kill the other bugs, things are still dying.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. You've got to keep the bugs off them some way. So they use companion planting. So you plant them with other plants that are prone to the same bugs. So the idea is the bugs attack this plant rather than this plant. Or you can get some plants
and still pollinate.
And you can get some plants that deter other bugs.
Yeah.
like a lot of herbs keep bugs away. So if you plant your herbs with your veg,
it's like making a herbal insect repellent.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and they use lots of cow poo to fertilise, which is good. And then when the cotton is processed, it gets, I don't know how they process it. They process it, so you end up with the cotton, which is the good stuff that they want to use, the white fluffy stuff. And then you have all the other material, which gets squished and compacted into these little cakes, and they are sold as organic cow food.
Oh right, okay.
And
so like alpha type.
Yeah, that's lot of stuff. Yeah, and you also get vegetable oil from it as well, which goes toward food production.
So for one thing, you're getting three products.
Different things,
and not a lot of waste by the sound of it.
No, absolutely. And the water all comes from, not all, most of the water comes from the reservoirs, which are filled up by monsoons because of where they are. So there isn't a shortage of water. They're not diverting water away from people who need it or anything like that. There's plenty of water.
Yeah.
And then it goes on to the factory, who then produce the cotton into a usable product. And
I guess they're doing that in as eco possible way.
Yes. So again, it's in a modern factory, with well looked after people, and they have a closed water system. So obviously, when you're dyeing things, dyeing clothes and what have you, you can end up with a lot of chemicals and stuff just being washed out into the water. They don't do that. They do what they need to do. They dye the cotton and what have you, and the water then goes through a filtration system, and it's evaporated and something called reverse osmosis. But they basically run it through, or suck it through, very fine sand over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
And then they're left with water that is so pure you can drink it.
Cool.
And there's actually a video on the website, either on ours or on T-Mail's, of one of the guys who's gone over there to walk around the factories. Drinking it. And then all the other gunk that is left over, they make something out of. I can't remember what now. Something. I'll find out. And the cotton, before they dye it, when they're processing it, they get left with this, fluffy bits that end up all over the place in the machine, blah, 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 blah. And they collect all that up, and they run water through it, and they smush it together, and they make paper out of it.
Oh.
Which I believe that company then uses for their packaging and stuff.
I have one of their envelopes, which I will get and bring down.
I mean, one of our envelopes?
Yes.
Yes, they're not used for that yet.
Oh, they're not used for that?
No, they are looking into, T-Mail are looking into doing that, so that waste being used for that. But no, this is the company who do the cotton. They use it for their packaging. Yes. So our packaging is paper, but it's not made out of the cotton yet, but they are looking into doing that. Just to add something else into it. I suppose it just depends if it's actually ecologically worth it, because
then you've got the
it from India
footprint for.
And all the factories are renewable energy run, which is good. And then it comes over on a ship rather than a big plane.
Yeah.
I think that's everything they do that end. So then we end up with t-shirts of varying different colours and shapes and sizes. And
what is the dye? Is it
a
natural?
It is a non-toxic dye. So again, no issues.
No harsh chemicals.
And
the fixer and stuff is as natural.
It fixes salt, I believe, because they said it says when they do the water purification thing, after they've done all that, they then have to add salt back into the water for it to go around the process again. Yeah, so then it gets shipped over to Isle of Wight, which is where the T-Mail factory is.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool.
Yes, it's in the Isle of Wight. And that's where they've got set up their amazingly high-tech factory. A lot of the machines they built themselves, I believe, because they couldn't find anywhere that sold what they needed to do. So they all had it designed. They were clever. No, I think they did them themselves. Because if you think they're students, so it was probably their area of expertise. A lot of them they sort of designed and made themselves. Very clever people. And that again is I think it's wind powered one on the Isle of Wight. And that is where they then hold everything, and they have these big clever things that print the designs on. And so it's all very cleverly not automated, that's the wrong word, but they're all linked together. So all the machines get turned on when you get an order come in. What is needed gets turned on, and you just need a person to go find a t-shirt colour or size, whatever, and then they come over and put it on, and then it's sorted, done, shipped, printed,
done and dusted,
sorted, and then to your door.
And they ship worldwide?
They do ship worldwide.
Through the normal postal system.
Through the normal postal system.
It's with the standard post as opposed to separate.
No. Normal postage.
So, t-shirt.
This
is your. So, how did you come up with your logo? It's cool. And your name.
Okay, so Geek of Nature just kind of came to me because we were obviously doing nature.
Yeah.
So that should have been in there, and then it was sort of a pun thing, and we thought, well, I do feel a bit geeky about nature, and it's a bit like freak of nature, but no, it's a geek of nature.
Yeah. Let's go show them your t-shirt.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is our Wheel of the Year, and this is one of our spiritual t-shirts. All the different celebrations of the year. We have, as I said, the t-shirt of the solstice. T-shirt of the Sabbath. So we release one every couple of months, depending on where we are on the wheel and what's coming up. Yeah, so we changed them, so we've got a bit of a change going on the time. And then we have some moons. We have some moons.
Oh yeah, moons.
We have some moons. Most of the we have British wildlife section, but most of that is my lino cut things.
So your fox and your...
The fox and the ladybirds.
Bees.
The bee will be coming shortly. And then we've got the turtle. So our circular t-shirt, we had to think of a design, because circular t-shirts only come in one colour.
Okay. And is that because of the whole dye and everything else?
Yeah, so it's kind of, I think it's just the natural colour that it comes in, so it's sort of a mottly grey sort of colour. So I was like, what can we come up with that for our circular t-shirt? So I'd drawn this turtle. So we did a circle of turtles, baby turtles spinning around in a circle. So that is our circular t-shirt, which is quite cool.
And that's very apt at the moment with the focus on polluting the ocean.
Yes.
So a recycled t-shirt with
turtles
on it.
With turtles on it, absolutely. So we have a marine section because that's obviously
Jasper's.
Well, yes, for Jasper as well as the fact that seems to be the area of the universe that seems to be suffering most with all the pollution that we're causing.
So an awareness in your t-shirts.
Absolutely, it's a way of making people aware and showing your support and that you are aware and that you want to do something. So you can just get the turtle as well, one big turtle. But we're always adding new ones on there, it's just because obviously...
So this is the website, geekofnaturetshirts.com, and I will put a link in the description down below.
Yeah, we update them quite often, but obviously we've all got full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So it's the drawing and stuff's kind of a hobby, and the designing. We have come up with there's a few designs ready there
in the pipeline
coming. We've got I don't know if you've seen it. A new kids one. I dig bugs.
Yes,
the I dig bugs.
Yeah.
Just making t-shirts for my son, really.
Yeah. Well, that's how a lot of these things happen.
Yeah.
Just they did things for their kids, and then other people wanted them.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another t-shirt available.
Yes. We need to sort that out.
We do. We need to put the design. It could be one of my end logos. We thought probably the one that would appeal most to males and females was the tree, wasn't it? Without all the leaves. Was it the tree with worm's eye view? Very simple.
I liked that.
We thought would probably be
So we're having our
appealing.
our guest designers. I'm not sure if that's how I put it. Guest t-shirts.
Guest t-shirts.
Guest t-shirts. So if anybody,
are you open? What is the criteria? Because I know when we talked about it, you were like umming and ahhing.
Yeah, we weren't really sure what we were.
Because I have had another couple of YouTubers ask me whether you would be willing to stock anything on theirs, but I know that you wanted to stick with a very eco.
Yes, well, I'll have to talk to my business partners, obviously. But we've kind of thought, because this is the nice eco t-shirts. They're very nice t-shirts. They're very soft and lovely. And it's very difficult when you want to have a t-shirt. Again, if you do it any other way, you've got to order all these t-shirts and then you've got this stock.
The only way you don't is to go through a company called Teespring, which all of the, and I think it's linked to YouTube.
Okay.
And t-shirts are something like £25. A cup is something like £12. I mean, the prices are hiked.
Yeah.
And the YouTubers make very little money on it.
Yeah.
They get like a couple of pounds, so they can't even knock the price down.
Yeah.
Which is what's put me off getting involved with Teespring.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And it's not eco, it's not ethical, it's not, and you're paying more money for something that is...
It's not good necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had originally thought it'd probably just be local people, but that's because we're local. We're local, and therefore we talk local people. But you're talking to the world, so I would imagine we could definitely come up with that. We'd kind of said that either you can take your earnings or pay us a monthly thing, or just post it for us and just be happy with that, and we'll just take any of the money.
We want someone who will supply the t-shirts, but we don't necessarily want any of the hassle. We don't necessarily want money on it, but people have asked if we've got any merchandise.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can have some money back from it, but you have to pay us like a hosting fee.
Yeah.
Which seems fair enough because you're doing all the hard work.
Yeah. And
so there's a possibility that if people are interested, they could
absolutely
speak to you about it.
We have a Facebook page, which isn't on there actually.
I will add it to the.
You will have a Facebook page, and then on the Facebook page there is an email. Although you could just add that on here as well.
I can add the email to the description.
And just email us if you're interested. We can definitely talk about it.
It's official, people. It's official. These awesome people have now got my t-shirts live on their site, Geek of Nature. Check out the link below and go and get yourself the exclusive Worm's Eye View t-shirt. Various colours, various sizes, kids, adults, men's, women's. Check it out. For a limited time only, for the month of July, £17 British. They will go back up to the standard price of £19 from the 1st of August. But until that time, you can get it for this month only, £17. Remember, they are eco, they are organic, they are sustainably grown, they are sustainably everything. I mean, literally, you've just heard everything that goes into creating and how waste is virtually non-existent in this company. So not only are you helping me in my van fund, because literally the 50p I think I get at that price is going to go into my van fund, but you're also helping the environment, which is a much bigger issue, and that's the bit you need to be focusing on. Get yourself a cool t-shirt. I wish I had one to show you, but literally it went live last night, so I haven't. Geek of Nature, go check them out, get your t-shirt, good price.